The Premier League's massive summer transfer revolution. 8 deals are currently on the table for Premier League clubs. 1 for Manchester City, 1 for Arsenal, and 2 each for Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Meanwhile, 13 players are heading for the exit across these 5 clubs through permanent transfers or the end of their loan spells. The action doesn't stop with incomings and outgoings either. Several big names are also closing in on new contracts with their clubs. Now, as part of our summer transfer series, we bring you the Great Premier League Revolution. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone, to BePart Sports. The departures. 2 Liverpool players have now received the final decision. They'll be leaving this summer. All eyes are now on Mohamed Salah as his contract edges closer to expiry. Reports claim that both Milan and Roma are considering moves for the Egyptian star before the market officially opens, while Saudi clubs continue pushing hard to sign him this summer. In another major update, Scottish left-back Andy Robertson is confirmed to leave Liverpool at the end of the season after his contract expired without a renewal, bringing an end to his 9-year spell on the left side of the Reds' defence. 3 Manchester City players have now been given the final decision. They'll be leaving this summer. First up, Manuel Akanji. The Swiss defender spent this season on loan at Inter Milan, and after meeting the 50% appearance clause while helping the club win the Serie A title, the deal automatically became permanent for €15 million. As for the second name, a 5-club battle is now underway for Bernardo Silva ahead of the summer window. The Manchester City star is expected to become a free agent in the coming weeks, with Atletico Madrid pushing hard to bring him in as a replacement for Antoine Griezmann, alongside interest from Barcelona, Juventus and Milan. Meanwhile, John Stones is entering the final year of his contract with Manchester City, with his departure at the end of the deal now confirmed. Clubs in Milan are keeping close tabs on the defender, along with Everton. 4 Manchester United players have now been marked for sale this summer. Dutch striker Joshua Zirkzee is going through a difficult spell. Limited minutes, little impact, and even the chances he's had haven't changed the coaching staff's view. Former United chief scout Mick Brown told Football Insider that the club have already started assessing offers, with interest arriving from clubs both inside and outside England, as uncertainty continues around his future. The second file centres around Mason Mount, who earns £150,000 a week. Injuries and inconsistent form have placed him under serious pressure, and with 5 English clubs now monitoring the situation, an exit is becoming a genuine option behind the scenes at Manchester United. As for Casemiro, he's set to leave on a free at the end of his contract this summer, after a season where he looked far from the level fans expected when he arrived from Real Madrid. On the other hand, Altay Bayındır is no longer happy with his role on the bench. The Turkish goalkeeper believes staying as Manchester United's second-choice keeper is pulling him away from regular football, and he's already started taking serious steps towards a summer exit. A return to Turkey is currently the leading option, allowing him to play regularly again and reclaim his place in the national team. United's board are open to letting him leave if the right offer arrives. 2 Chelsea players have now been given the final decision. They'll be leaving this summer. Liam Delap will not remain with the Blues next season after a campaign where he failed to truly establish himself following his arrival from Ipswich Town. Everton currently lead the race to sign him, while Chelsea have set a €30 million price tag for his departure. Another developing story involves Enzo Fernandez, who has entered Manchester City's shortlist at the request of manager Enzo Maresca. Initial talks have already started behind the scenes, with City holding the advantage due to the strong relationship between both sides. 2 Arsenal players are now expected to leave this summer. Ben White, Football Insider, reports that the player is currently in talks with the club to decide his future. He has no issue staying, but only if he's guaranteed regular starts and a consistent role in the first team, a clear condition that reflects how seriously he views the next stage of his career. But so far, no final decision has been made. In another file, Gabriel Jesus is edging closer to the exit door. The Brazilian striker has almost completely fallen out of Mikel Arteta's plans, while his £265,000 a week salary has pushed the club to rethink the situation. Milan and Juventus are both watching developments closely. Before we continue, don't forget to hit the like button to support us and help us keep bringing you more transfer content. The signings. 2 deals are now closing in for Liverpool this summer, and we start with Samuel Martinez. Liverpool have reached a full agreement with Atletico Nacional for a fee close to €1 million to sign the 17-year-old talent. The player is expected to officially join in 2027 once he turns 18 on a 5-year contract. Martinez is capable of operating both as a playmaker and out wide. On the other side, Liverpool's board have added Portuguese winger Francisco Trincão of Sporting Lisbon to their shortlist, with a €60 million release clause in place as the club look to strengthen the attack. Two deals are edging closer for Chelsea this summer. Chelsea have completed their first summer signing with a young Argentine arrival after reaching a final agreement to bring in Valentin Barco, the opening move ahead of the new season under Xabi Alonso. The club wrapped up all details after Strasbourg approved the player's departure following an impressive campaign, with strong belief in his ability to operate in multiple positions, especially on the left flank. Meanwhile, Chelsea have offered Thiago Silva a role within the coaching staff following his exit from Porto. The player rejected the option of staying at Porto and is currently assessing his next move, with previous interest from AC Milan over a possible return to San Siro. According to Bruno Andrade, he has been invited to work within the club's academy in a coaching role, with a pathway that could eventually lead towards the first team. Two deals are closing in for Manchester United this summer. The club are edging closer to signing Brazilian midfielder Ederson from Atalanta in a deal worth up to €50 million, including bonuses. United's current offer stands at €45 million, while negotiations continue over wages and agent fees. The 26-year-old is preparing for a 5-year contract as part of the club's plan to replace Casemiro, who is heading towards Inter Miami. In another major file, United have placed Rafael Leão firmly on their shortlist through a potential swap deal with Milan involving Rashford, Xerxes, and Manuel Ugarte, alongside a cash payment. Leão has endured a noticeable dip in form this season, with growing signs pointing towards a summer exit. One deal is moving closer for Arsenal this summer. Arsenal are making an early move in the transfer market and have entered the race to sign 21-year-old West Ham midfielder Matheus Fernandes. The player's name has already been discussed internally at the London club as a direct option to cover any possible gap in midfield, but Arsenal won't have a clear run at the deal. Paris Saint-Germain, Atletico Madrid and Manchester United are all monitoring the situation closely, and the race for Fernandes has now entered a serious stage, growing anticipation around the player's next move. One deal is edging closer for Manchester City this summer: Enzo Fernandez. English reports confirm that direct talks have taken place between Enzo Maresca and Enzo Fernandez over the possibility of a move to City, with complete belief inside the coaching staff that the midfielder is the #1 target to strengthen the centre of the pitch. Fernandez has also been linked with Real Madrid in the past after previously speaking about his desire to wear the famous white shirt, which only adds more intrigue around his next destination. Contract renewals. Two Arsenal players are closing in on new deals. Arsenal have now opened contract renewal talks inside the dressing room following their Premier League title win, with major decisions involving some of the club's biggest names. Transfer News Live reports that both Declan Rice and Jurrien Timber are part of the club's renewal plans, with significant increases to their weekly wages expected. Rice currently earns £240,000 per week, while Timber is on £90,000. The contract situation at Arsenal is now wide open, and the big question is, who's next to sign?